Hey, welcome to another review with Chris Wicks. Sometimes you just gotta get a good vape in before you start talking about stuff. Drink some coffee, some water. You gotta keep hydrated. And sometimes you gotta collect your thoughts. Today, I'm just gonna pick from the pile again. I got a 3 or 4, a couple, 5, 6, about 4 more vape mails to do, 5 maybe. Just wanted to pick one, so I'm gonna pick this one. And what's in this one, you ask? Well, this one is actually Venerable Vaping, VV Inc. And pretty nice. They spell my name right on the package. You know, a long way when you spell your name right on the package. You know, it's good to know that your name is it's spelled right, man. I'm going to throw some cotton in my single coil, but I have gotten to love my dual coil, and the vapor in a dual coil is nice, but takes up twice as much battery. Now, I don't know if my batteries are starting to go, because, man, they are going quick. I think single coil is the way to go for me for battery life. But, you know, as always, show my 18650s, these bad boys. If you're looking at my other videos, I've been using them for a while. So it might be time to upgrade to those awesome greenies, you know. And I'm not up on this whole hype about what's what. So I'm sorry I'm a little behind, not so up on gear, but lucky enough to get some juice. So I'm going to cut it open and I'll talk to you a little bit about it. Oh yeah, I can smell the juice in this package right away. Bubble wrap, standard for mailing. And we got just a little pouch and the juice. That's how it's done, you know. I'm not a big fan of too much packaging, but stickers. Companies, take note. Send stickers with your juice. This is awesome. And who doesn't like a sticker collection? I know I do. I got plenty of stuff I could stick it on. I could stick it on my laptop, which is pretty much where most of my stickers go. I'm going to put this aside. Thank you, Venerable Vaping. Honor the vape. This is the first time trying Venerable Vaping, and I will go ahead and let you know what I think about it. Now, while I'm doing that, simple bag. They even took the time to tape it. I mean, companies do take a lot of manpower to get this out to you, and I love the post office. I really do. It's like teleporting when you can get something that takes a human being on foot weeks, if not months, to go from one area of the country to the next. And when you got something that's pretty much shows up in less than 5 days, that's teleporting, as far as I'm concerned. You know, so another bag, which is fine. What else do I got here? This is just their little invoice of what I got. Oh yeah, this is my butterscotch, and I haven't had butterscotch in a while. Venerable Baking, shake contents, contains nicotine, legal juice, shows their website, tells you what it is, 50/50, 6 milligram nic. Even tells you when it was blended, April 6th. So, pretty cool. Alright? Pretty cool. And, you know, like all my reviews, I end up rambling a lot more than doing juice reviews, but I really want to give it out to these companies, and I was on Facebook, right? Oh, that smells like butterscotch. I'm not smelling any kind of chemical or anything weird. That smells like it should. So, I wanted to tell you, that's good, actually. There's no side flavors, nothing comparative to it. I guess I should put it on a little stand right here and broadcast it, but Facebook, right? Facebook groups are really great if you're vaping and you need a support group. There's so many people out there who are really thankful to have your business and really do a lot of social media and marketing. So, you know, take a look. Venerable Vaping. This is by vsnyjuice.com. Venerable Vaping, I'll probably post the info below under more. Just click it. You can check out my other videos. I got links down there. Just go to my homepage. I've been trying to build up a review of all the juice I've tried, and most of it I like, and I give screaming reviews. And it's so hard to say, oh, it's great, it's great, it's great, everything's great. And sometimes things aren't great, but you know what? That's my opinion. Everybody's entitled. But I wanted to tell you a little bit about the Facebook groups, because tonight somebody posted that they had a bunch of juice and looking for a new vapor. And you know what? That's awesome. And that's what this community is about. When you come up, when you have a lot of gear, it's good to give back. You know, companies are doing raffles and giving away lots of stuff. You've probably seen that sweatshirt that I wear all the time in all my videos. It was one of the first things I won, and that was from Epic. And I wear that sweatshirt all the time because it's my only sweatshirt, and it's super comfortable. It's usually cold here in the garage, but it's a nice creep around the summer. So I'm not wearing my sweatshirt. Whatever. Maybe it's the sweatshirt that makes my taste juice good. Maybe I like to be comfortable when I'm giving a review. Right now, I'm quite comfortable just in this. But this isn't about my shirt. Back to Facebook. Listen, when I read something like that somebody is giving somebody something, it really feels good to me that other people are out there giving things that they've accumulated to others that are quitting smoking. I mean, such an awesome community of people. And I just want to thank you, because it did, not only was a couple people really excited and down to their last bottle of juice, because, you know, 15 mils, $15, it gets expensive. Vaping, all this gear, the batteries, the this, the that. And what it's all about is trying to get off smoking cigarettes. And I loved cigarettes. Oh, I did. I loved them. But I don't love them anymore, you know? And I remember how much of a grasp cigarettes had on me, and I never really went the patch, or I tried the gum. I mean, there was times where it was bad for Nick fitting, but I don't get that with vaping. I could put it down, walk away, come back. It's now more of a hobby. I'm still vaping 6 milligram Nick. I've tried some zeros, but I'm comfortable with 6, and that's cool. That's cool for me. I started on like 18, 24, real high, and just trying to find something that emulated a cigarette. These were, you know, I went from cigalikes down to these bad boys, and you work your way up, you know, but you want something as close to a cigarette as possible. Your feel, you know, going from this to like this was real tough for me. And even just this with the button right here, for vaping to be as close as cigarettes and gets people off of cigarettes, awesome. I'm all for it. And to see people sharing juice like that, it started a whole thread of people giving away mods and giving away all this other stuff, and it made me realize that maybe I should find somebody to give some of this stuff to, like I got, you know, because granted, I did a lot of trading for my juice. Once I got my do-it-yourself gear, opened my eyes to vaping quite a bit. So that being said, it just really touched me to see the community share that kind of thing. But awesome guys, awesome people. Way to go on the sharing. Keep up the knowledge, keep up the community. It's what it's all about. I really am impressed, and I was humbled just to see it happen. So Vapors TV, you guys are awesome, hosting so many shows that give away so much juice, and vendors. Just to have the opportunity to win it, it's pretty cool to me. So before I start crying or anything like that, I'm gonna get to this juice in just a minute. I really am. But you got to take time out and just gear up, vape on, and we'll see. We'll see what happens. But Venerable Vaping, I'm real excited because I haven't tried this yet, and I really want to. So I'm just going to take a little bit of cotton, and I'm not going to do my typical over, under, around the bend. You know, I'm just going to go a little bit of cotton. You know what I mean? because I'm just tasting it, and I know I'll love it, but I got my coil already. Take the battery out so I don't burn my face or burn my cotton or anything like that, but yeah, we'll see if this little bit is gonna work. These tweezers are epic. I love it. Just pull it through till it's nice and taut. Twist the edge. Yeah, just a little bit tonight. Look at that. I pulled it right on out. Can you believe that? Trying to be all smooth. I'm not always smooth. In fact, rarely am I smooth lately, but a little bit of cotton today. Not a lot. Sometimes you gotta take your time and not rush. Maybe I should do that. Take my time with things more. I found myself just rushing a lot lately. Not having the time to just relax and enjoy it. You know? So, that's what I'm gonna do. Just a little bit of cotton. Uncurl it. Get it all nice and happy. I'm gonna tuck it under. Tuck it under. And tuck it under. And just go real small with it. Because, a lot of times I do a lot more. But that's fine. Could always just pull it out. Put more in there. Alright, so I'm going to shake this up a little bit. Venerable Vaping, I like your bottles. These skinny tips start to become industry standard. And this is a pretty big bottle as far as it goes, which I'm glad. And thank you so much for sending it. You know, I'm not always as grateful as I should be. And I just really want to say thank you so much for keeping me off cigs and giving me the opportunity to try so much juice. When I first started doing reviews, you know, I didn't have much juice, maybe a bottle or two, and spending money was getting frustrated. But now I'm starting to get a little bit of juice. I've upgraded my gear, done some trades on Craigslist and whatnot, and I just want to be thankful, you know, to the community for everything you've given me and all the opportunities I've had to win at local vape meets and stuff. But I really think my batteries have kind of reached its way. Oh, that's butterscotch, all right. That is butterscotch. But I think my batteries are about done. I gave them a full charge. I think they're reaching the end of their life, you know. And that's okay. You know, it's probably about time I upgrade my batteries to... yeah, it's a little better. That smells amazing. It's been a while since I've had a good butterscotch. My last butterscotch, what was it? What was my last butterscotch? Enchanted Ejuice butterscotch pudding was my last butterscotch. So I've been waiting for a good butterscotch, to be honest with you. So far so good. Smells good, tastes good. I'm sure it's gonna vape good. It's butterscotch. I'm just trying to get a little time for the cotton to soak it up. It's probably about due that I recoil it, but vapor on a budget here, you know. And even just wick, buying wick. I mean, I'm just so humbled. Really am. So thank you for taking the time to send me some juice and keep me off cigarettes. And it's good to be a part of the community. Yeah, that is butterscotch, and that is good. I'm really liking it. I'm getting a lot of the throat hit off of it, but it could be because of just the new cotton. A little bit more throat hit. I've been doing a lot of vanilla, and that's been really smooth for me. In fact, that's what I got in here in this dual coil is the vanilla. But I think I need to redo the coil, because I'm pretty sure only one is firing, and when the other one fires. But where did I put my vanilla? Where did I put my vanilla? I reuse my bottles. I wash them out. That's cool. Eco-friendly. Today being Earth Day. Do you know how many cigarette butts that probably, I'm sure all you guys would just throw it on the ground. I know I did. Sometimes I'd try to stick them back in my pack, but then I'd walk around smelling like an ashtray. Really a lot of cigarette butts end up in the street. And that being Earth Day, thank you vapors so much for saving the planet one butt at a time. No more cigarette butts, you guys. Way cool. So every little bit that you do really helps out in the long run, and people helping people and being all earth conscious and friendly and stuff. That's good in my book. Now that's just some vanilla, and I'm gonna do a review on that too, because I broke into one of my vape mails, and I got a big bottle of vanilla. But I'll talk about that later. This butterscotch is real good. I'm loving the butterscotch. I'm getting a throat hit though, which I'm not used to. So I guess with a cigarette you're used to a throat hit. Took me a while to not be familiar with the throat hit, and when you're vaping on a juice that doesn't give you a throat hit, it's like, is this working? I taste it, getting vapor, but is it working? And then after you chain vape it for like 10-15 minutes straight, you start sweating and you get all weird and kind of like lightheaded and sweaty and sweaty and sweaty. It's like vape sick, you know, you get Nick sick. So just be careful. When you're not feeling good, just put it down, drink some water, sit down, let the time pass a little bit. I'm really liking this butterscotch. I'm glad I got such a big bottle, because I know I will go through it. It's different than the butterscotch pudding, which had a little bit of custardy, and I found that that's kind of what I like, is the custard. Some people are worried about the diactyl and other ingredients in a lot of custards. I guess I have some faith in the companies that I choose to vape, that they do that research for me, because there's no regulation now on what people put in the bottle. Some companies may not be so concerned about your health and more concerned about their wallet, but I'm pretty sure that Venerable Vaping is has your lungs in mind. And that being said, that's good butterscotch. It's not like a Werther's candy, which I will be after soon. I'm looking for a Werther's candy butterscotch, and I'm sure they're out there. I'm sure there's a company that's nailed it. It's not really heavy. It's not a heavy butterscotch, but yeah, it was just made on the 6th. I guess I could steep it, but it's fine. See, now the throat hit's kind of gone away now that my cotton has time to soak it up and filter out a little bit. Only a little bit of cotton in there. Now the color has got that golden color to it. And as you can see, it comes out pretty clear. Okay? It's coming out pretty clear. And just in comparison, I'm going to ditch out that battery. Throw in a smaller battery, just because I think with the smaller battery and single coil, I'm getting a lot more pop and a lot more focus. So I really like these stubby batteries, the 490s, and you may or may not like them. I switch off back and forth. As vapors, it's good to have a bunch of these handy. Okay. A bunch of Q-tips, napkins, paper towels. You know, you're going to get juice on your hands, and it's going to absorb in your skin. So as far as that, just be careful. Wash your hands. Don't get too close because that's hot, and that'll pop in your eye. It's no good, you know. I find myself always doing that, but my shorter batteries seem to give me a little better kick than my 18650s. And it could be, like I said, I'm reaching the end of my batteries, which is fine. But my smaller batteries, the 490s, I'm getting a little bit more flavor out of the smaller batteries. So when you do reviews, I guess it's good just to test it out in different devices and see what's going to work for you. For me, look at that. It just sits right in my fatty hands here. And it's comfortable. Rests right here on the rests. I'm loving my K100. I got this, and I don't really use it as much. And in fact, I'm going to give it to my buddy, talking about piffing. He's having a hard time getting off cigs, and I'm going to give it to him. It's nothing much with the squid on top, and you know, these kind of things you really got to play with the connection of what you got to watch out for, what addy you're putting on and what you're using it with, because some things you're like, oh, this is cool, I got to get this, I'm going to get that, and you go to use it and it doesn't work or it's not matching up. So it just depends what you got on there. And so far I've been real lucky with my IGO, I think it's IGO L. Again, I'm not 200% on all the gear I got, so excuse me for the lack of knowledge, but smells really good. I'm sure somebody's gonna say something. You know, somebody always says something. Wow, you smell like a bakery. You work at a bakery, or I just don't smell like the typical tobacco. And I guess like cigarettes, when you're around it, you don't smell it. I don't smell it, but I mean, it gets in my beard, my clothes. Vaping through the beard. I like the coolness of the vapor. I was using a longer drip tip to cool it off more, but now I got these Renegade wide bore tips. And Renegade makes a pretty good line of tips. Once I changed out from the standard, like here's the standard, and then here's the wide bore. And I'll just put it back on and use a standard, a little tiny. It gives you a tighter draw, like a cigarette. It just depends what you're looking for. You know, I consider myself an intermediate, if not on the edge of noob. Intermediate. I'm by no far an expert. But once I got this Renegade drip tip, and I did a video a while back of where I got it in the local shop, and go to your vape meets, okay? Follow your local shops. Follow people on social media. You'll get a lot more understanding. And when you follow, you know, these small shops, you're putting money into their pocket, and they're just going to make better product. They're just going to flip it and make better product. It's going to help them live the lifestyle they live, and it's not a super big company. Renegade drip tips, I'm all for it. This wide bore is making me very happy. What could I say? Butterscotch, Venerable Vaping, VSNY Juice. Really appreciate it, you guys. Thanks so much. I'm definitely going to pick up some more from you. I do like your juice. I don't know what to tell you. Short and sweet, I guess. Little bit of rambling, but you see where I'm coming from. Support your local vape companies. Your vape companies far away. Give them a chance, you know, if your price is right for you, and you've heard good reviews from other people, I'd say go for it, you know. Set yourself a vape budget. it's probably 1/3 what you're spending on cigarettes. If you spend 1/3 of what you spent cigarettes on in a month, say you spent, what, $5 a day for a pack of smokes, 5 times, what, 30 days in a month? $150 on cigs. If you're spending $50 on vape gear a month, that's a good way to go. I'm also looking on Craigslist. I also do a lot of trading, so you never know what kind of gear I'm going to end up with. I definitely want to get another MVP. Both my MVP ones, dusted. I've dropped them too many times. They spin. I want an MVP too. I like the box mod. I even want to get into making my own mods. I just need to order a big bag, get a big bag and trade some 510 connectors. I know how to solder. I'll put it in toys. I'll put it in wood. I'll do the Altoids. I still got plans for this thing. And who knows? Maybe I can take my old MVP parts, resolder it, and also go bigger, like a tube or steampunk, whatever. When you get into making your own, it makes you feel a little better, I guess, when you're involved. So thanks so much, Venerable Vaping. Your butterscotch is amazing. I like it. I will order this again. The cloud does dissipate a lot quicker than my other juice. I'm going to say that. It's a 50-50. So if you're cloud chasing, I don't know if that's something that's important to you or not, but to me, I feel it, I'm seeing it, that's good enough for me. Alright guys, this is Chris Wicks. Just another quick review, some vape mail I got. Venerable Vaping, your packaging is great, stickers, loving it. Thanks so much, be safe, and vape on guys.